I get the struggle to find healthy choices, to make sure you're getting enough protein to take care of yourself, because we're just spread, our attention is for our kids. And so I have a real heart for that, and just tools in my toolbox up the wazoo to help, busy young moms, or not so young, impact their health, because that really does impact the health of our whole family. But then, even before I was a mom, I think what I love about working with women is women share. If you create the space of safety, and I might share something, and then people, women feel like they want to share things too.
Thank you for tuning into Time for You Evolve for female entrepreneurs. Remember, you have what it takes to achieve greatness. Your time is now. You're here with me, you're ready to change lives, and you're ready to change the world. Isn't it time to skip over the confusion and start creating sustainable and consistent results? We're going to pull back the curtain and start giving meaning to life in this podcast. Time for You Evolved. Hey, my name is Lisa Carmichael, and I am obsessed with everything online. It's no secret, in this crowded and highly competitive business world, we need to stand out. It's even more important at a deeper level to stand up for ourselves. I am a farm girl who grew up shy with zero confidence. If someone had suggested that I would eventually start a podcast, I would never have believed it. As a farm kid, I had the unique opportunity to embrace a holistic approach to life. All the seasons of growth were lessons that have helped me and other female entrepreneurs find success when they've been stuck and struggling. The Time for You Evolve podcast is here to help you navigate business online so you can be laser focused and help you navigate the messy and the magical in every season of your business. Pull up a seat to hear the tried and true secrets that other female entrepreneurs like you are facing, and get ready for real talk while you learn. This is the Time for You Evolved podcast. Hey there, entrepreneurs, ready to work smarter, not harder? Then you're in for a treat. Let's talk about video marketing, the smart approach that attracts, retains, and converts faster than any other strategy out there. Hey, I get it. Video marketing can be daunting. You should be doing it, but you're not quite ready to take that leap, or you're frustrated because you're not looking like a pro. Hey, I get it. Who can blame you? Creating videos can be frustrating, time-consuming, and downright intimidating. That's where BigVu comes in. It's the solution for your frustration. With BigVu, you can create professional videos with ease thanks to its teleprompter app. I've been using BigVu for years. Did you know that? BigVu is an app that has saved me a lot of time and hassle. The app makes it easy to create professional looking videos. It's an online teleprompter that allows the presenter to keep eye contact with the camera while reading the text they need to speak. Using a teleprompter app allows the reader to sound natural without cue cards or notes to fumble or looking down while you're speaking. And the best part is that BigVu allows you to focus on your performance and delivery so your confidence shines through. You get to keep eye contact with the camera while you're reading your script. Whether you're a marketer, a blogger, a trainer, a freelancer, a publisher, or business owner, BigVu is designed with you in mind. If you're ready to take your video marketing game to the next level, click on the BigVu link on my website, lisarcarmichael.com/BigVu. Join me and be the best presenter you can be and learn how to make great presentations. And that's lisarcarmichael.com/BigVu.
Monica, thank you so much. And I mean that sincerely. Thank you for joining me here on the podcast, Time for You Evolve. And Monica is this amazing yoga instructor. She's a published author. She is a certified health coach, as well as the mom of twins. But not only that, she just has the most beautiful smile and she's scrappy. I like that about Monica. And her book is a book that was created during her time as she was trying to get pregnant with her twins and the lessons that she learned along the way and lessons from other moms. So Monica and I met at our Women of Words meeting because we are both published authors and it's really fun to collaborate and get to know one another. And that's why I love this podcast. It's for female entrepreneurs. And I know that Monica was in corporate and left corporate. So I'm going to let you add anything to that introduction and maybe let's talk first about how that was leaving corporate and staying at home.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Lisa, for having me. I'm so grateful to be included in your podcast and to be connected with you, of course. Monica Staley, I am a mom of two, and they just turned 3, Hope and John. And yeah, I've had kind of a broad spectrum of employment and work. So I was a paralegal in the corporate legal field for almost 10 years. And now I've been in the health space for 10 years as a certified health coach and teaching yoga, and published author for about 6 months at this current moment. And like I said, my kids are 3. So motherhood for 3 years, although it's been, in my heart for many years before that. But yeah, I mean, your question, coming out of corporate and into entrepreneurship and business ownership, I had my experience was that I did my health coaching and let me say, I had kind of my own health journey, and that is what inspired me to really switch careers, switch directions. And I was able to build my health coaching business. I partnered with a global health and wellness company called Isogenics while I was still a full-time paralegal. And that, I think, is kind of a unique experience in business and in entrepreneurship, is to kind of do that at the same time. For about 3 years, I did both until it made sense financially, and really my heart was just, this is, I got to serve people in the legal space, but it just wasn't that connection that I had established in the health space. And so once, kind of got that idea in my heart, and it made some sense logistically and financially to make the change to full-time health coaching.
So you left corporate in 2015.
That's right.
So if you can remember back, making that decision, it had to have been tough, and it may have been something that you thought about for a while, or did it just happen?
No, I had thought about it for a while. And when I started, kind of when I realized that I really had this passion for wellness and my own health and supporting other people in their wellness, I wasn't looking for another job. I wasn't looking for something new. I had this experience myself and was truly blown away. And I kind of started helping a few people along the way. And I think for me, in the legal field, I bet I got like 5 thank yous in the course of 10 years. And then here I am in this wellness space, and I'm getting thank yous left and right. And that felt really good. And it felt like, wow, I'm making a difference. And so, it really was a heart space for me. But, the logistics, there was some challenge. I hadn't met my husband yet. Of course we weren't married, hadn't had kids. And so I wanted to make sure that it made sense and that it was wise. And I spent a lot of time in prayer about it and kind of working the timing. And I think, like I had mentioned, being able to build my wellness business a little bit while still, working as a full-time paralegal. I had gotten that experience, I'd gotten that education, I'd gotten the confidence, and I knew that I was able to serve people in this wellness, in this different space. but it was like okay, I feel like this is where the Lord is leading me. I feel like this is, I feel like this is what my heart is telling me is where, how I'm supposed to serve on this earth. And it's interesting because, the book is another layer of that. But I think I'm just very good at time management. There are some skills from being a paralegal that I was able to really just transfer into entrepreneurship. And for me, that was in wellness.
I think
So
a lot of women, they leave corporate and there's all this fear and negativity. And it sounds like you tapped into the knowledge that you had gained by working in corporate.
I joined a networking group for entrepreneurs and referral-based businesses. And that community, I mean, Isogenics has a really great community too, but something local that I attended every week and learned and developed was an absolute crucial part of my journey and entrepreneurship. I should have
Oh,
mentioned.
that is so important to have those connections, because it is being an entrepreneur can be quite lonely. So tell us about the health coaching business that you started. Did you start that while you were working full time, or did you do that afterwards?
Yeah. So the last 3 years of my legal career and coaching within Isogenics, there was that 3-year overlap. And then during COVID in 2020, there were, I saw a ad and they were really promoting, you're staying at home, like do this career. And there was a kind of a discount. It had never really occurred to me to get really formal. I mean, I've obviously had education and experiences is a lot of it too, but the certified health coaching I saw the ad and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Like this is an opportunity for me to serve my clients on a deeper level, to gain more knowledge. And I actually just completed my continuing education every 2 years. I've got CEs, and I'm like, gosh, I'm so grateful. I'm still super into this. Like this is still super interesting. And health is something that is ever changing. And really it should be, because our world is ever changing. And so adding that kind of layer to the coaching happened, after I'd been in the wellness space and teaching yoga for a while, but it just allows me to ask better questions. And I think it allows me to sort of understand my clients, maybe barriers for success, ways that they've maybe had a health goal in the past and for whatever that reason is, haven't achieved it, or haven't, they aren't where they want to be yet. And that health coaching, I mean, I learn things about health, but it's also about humanity and about the person. And, why when people come to me with a health goal, I love knowing, how long have you had that goal? What have you tried? What's worked? What hasn't? And how's your current state of mind? Are you in a place of shame of I haven't been trying to do these things and it hasn't worked for me? And I've kind of learned the tools of, okay, we're starting from a fresh space. It's hard to generate positivity and it's hard to generate good progress if someone's living in where their goals haven't been met in the past, and that kind of place of shame. So there's definite, health markers and things we talk about, and protein. I bet I mentioned protein 10 times a day, but also just, how's the state of mind of the person, and what is those barriers to success, and what's your community like? And that support is a big thing too. So I hope I answered your question there. Health coaching is it's very personal for every coach too, and the clientele that they attract. So that's how I use those skills in supporting my clients.
The podcast Time for You Evolve kind of started out as a marketing podcast. So I am curious, who is your ideal client when it comes to your health coaching business?
Yes, and it's a great question. And what's so cool is even before I was a mom, it was moms. So women from, I would say, like 30s up until perimenopause or menopause is really who I love to serve. Now, here I am almost 40, mom of toddlers. So like, I get that. I get the struggle to find healthy choices, to make sure you're getting enough protein, to take care of yourself, because we're just spread, our attention is for our kids. And so I have a real heart for that, and just tools in my toolbox up the wazoo to help, busy young moms, or not so young, impact their health, because that really does impact the health of our whole family. But then, even before I was a mom, I think what I love about working with women is women share. If you create the space of safety, and I might share something, and then people, women feel like they want to share things too. I maybe am on the brink of perimenopause here, but I feel I have learned so much about what the body is doing in that time and how women are feeling, because they've shared their experiences with me, and I've just been supporting in that space for, for years, and I'm not even there yet. So long answer, women in their 30s to their 50s ish is my favorite people to work with.
I get it, because it really is about mind, body, and soul.
Mhm.
And if we're not taking care of our mind and our body, and I think of that with you because I read you had a blog about sleep,
Mhm.
and sleep is so important for women,
Mhm.
especially moms. Are you
Yes.
getting enough sleep, Monica?
I mean,
With twins?
thankfully, praise the Lord, my kids are good sleepers. And so they are not
Mm.
usually, they're not the reason that if I ever have disrupted sleep, it's typically not them. Now that may change at any given moment, but yeah, to your point, I mean, I talk about protein a lot, but sleep and stress are two of the other kind of buzzwords that I talk about a lot. And oftentimes they are cyclical. So yes, thank you for checking in on me. We are sleeping well over here. And yes, it's that blog on sleep hygiene, and you know, super littles, or littles with trouble sleeping notwithstanding, there are definitely ways that we can support our sleep through nutrition, and that knowing about sleep hygiene.
Well, and speaking of the blog, you're an excellent writer.
Thank you.
And do you mind sharing how it came to be that you became a published author?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you actually looked at the dates on my website of those blog posts. It's been a while since I've posted a blog on my website. And I guess that's because motherhood and because I wrote a book. So not on my radar though, really, ever to write a book. It was never a goal of mine, never thought it would happen. My book is a devotional book for moms. So it is a Christian book. And, the first 18 months of motherhood, and let me kind of back up. We did struggle to get pregnant. We struggled with infertility, and we did, finally conceive with the help of some medical assistance. And here we have boy-girl twins. I remember seeing that ultrasound and was like, wow. I knew it in my heart, truly. I knew there were twins in there, but then just to see them, it's like, okay, this is real. So I think coming out of infertility, coming out of COVID, and here with these new babies, I think I had some unrealistic expectations of motherhood, and some comparison. My son had some health concerns, and of course there were two of them. So I had a lot of worry and fear in the beginning of my motherhood. And I've been a faithful person my whole life. I've grew up in a Christian home, and it's been always just a foundation for me. And here I find myself with these two little people, and I'm seeking Google more than I'm seeking God. And it created a space. I mean, I really was not relying on him until when my kids were 18 months old, and I found myself on my knees. I had asked a group of girlfriends to pray for me, and it just was really, Lord, I've been trying to do so much of this on my own. I have not been involving you in this. You are who blessed me with these kids, and I have just not been trusting in you. And the next morning, it's not like all the, challenges went away, but I really felt a peace that I had never known as a mom. And about that same time, I was in a pretty time intensive Bible study with a lot of different facets to it, a journal, it was a book, a podcast, a playlist. We'd meet via Zoom. So a lot of facets to it, but truly the point was to spend time with the Lord and see what you hear. And so what I heard was write a devotional book for moms. And I'm going, and I kind of talk about that in the intro. The Lord and I had this dialogue where are you sure? Because I'm a pretty new mom. This is still really hard. Who's going to want to hear from me? And that's when I heard, what about all of the Christian friends and Christian community that he put on my heart to seek out and who he's just blessed me with? And so I came up with 3 questions prayerfully and sent out these questions to almost 50 Christian moms from our 30s to 70s, and 32 gals got back. So I'm the 33rd, and their answers to the questions became the content of the book. So it is really about the peace of Christ showing up in our hearts and in our homes in various stages of motherhood, of challenging times of motherhood.
So how long did it take you to publish your book from start to finish?
So that's a real God thing too. So January of 23, the Lord kind of gave me this idea. I basically was like, I think you got the wrong girl for like 3 months. Came up with the questions, sent the questions out to these gals in May of 23. I've since learned that May is like the worst time to put anything new on a mom's plate. So it took almost all summer to get the answers and the content. I started writing in September of 23, gave my first draft to my publisher this January of 24, and we published in April of 24.
Oh,
So not very
wonderful.
long, not very long. And I've got this wellness business. I've got my kids, and I really did say, Lord, if you want this to happen, you are going to have to be instrumental in keeping my kids healthy and safe, and just really being part of my calendar and my time. And here we are, 6 months out from publishing.
That's amazing. 6 months. I published mine in 9 months. And I always thought that was like giving birth to a baby. So you did an amazing job. And it is a book, it's a devotional book.
Mhm.
So how can people use the book, or how do you foresee people using it?
Yeah, so the book is called Her Prayer for Peace, and it's a weekly devotional. So there's 52 chapters, 52 weeks, and there's between 3 to 5 sort of testimonies from all these different wonderful moms within the book. And then there is a prayer, a Bible verse, and 3 reflective questions. So, a theme with it around the book is spending time with the Lord every day, but I made it weekly because I just know how busy we are as moms, and especially moms who have businesses. So there is actually kind of like a little chart how to use it to kind of touch base with the Lord every day in there, but it takes about 15 minutes to read a chapter, and then however long you get into the reflective questions is up to you and your schedule, and really how much the Lord wants you to hone in on something. So
Where can people find your book?
So it is, I've got it right here, actually. It's on Amazon. So this is the book, Her Prayer for Peace. It's on Amazon. If people are local, I like to sign and put a little note in there. So I've got a stash too. One thing I didn't mention is I just created a free kind of study guide to accompany the book for Bible studies or small groups. So it's just a way for moms to come together and read the book, because Christian mom community is another thing that's kind of woven throughout the book, and just how powerful that is to come together and fellowship about Christian motherhood. So that you can't find on Amazon. That's just something I email out, and maybe I'll add it to Amazon here. But yeah, that's another kind of complement to the personal devotional study.
I just remember those days when my kids were little, and I felt alone, and I was in that same position that I didn't know who to reach out to. So I'm glad that you reached out to 50 people with those questions, because unfortunately it is a numbers game and
Mhm.
women are busy.
Mhm.
So that's really neat that they responded and joined you in creating this your book.
Well, and I learned so much. I mean, the book has blessed me as a mom. It's blessed my family. I think there's 13 women in their 30s who contributed, and then between 5 and 7 in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 2 in their 70s. And just the ages and the stages of motherhood and their
Mm.
kids. Uh, it's truly a book of holy testimony, all about motherhood. So,
Lovely.
mhm, mhm.
And I always like to ask the question about giving your advice to your younger self. And I'm going to ask it two different ways. I'm going to ask you if you would give yourself advice about leaving corporate and becoming a full time entrepreneur.
Mhm.
And then asking you about that advice that you would give yourself on the journey that you went through with conceiving your twins and how it all played out for you.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good stuff right there, Lisa. As far as leaving corporate, I mean, again, something that was not on my radar. I just thought I'd be a paralegal, I went to school and I just thought that would be my career. And I think as my younger self, or if I'm talking to someone who's younger, it's foundational for me. So it comes up as, you just never know what the Lord has planned for you, and to keep, keep your fists, keep your fists open to receive. But I am so glad that I had a local community of business owners because I had never been in a referral based business, and talking about my business and learning how to do that effectively. Glad that I did that. The advice would probably be, I mean, maybe more grace of, like, I had all these goals of hitting these numbers, and that first year it didn't happen. And I'm going, now I'm full time. I thought that these numbers would happen. I would have had success even part time, but I hadn't reached my goal, and I'm glad I didn't quit. So that's maybe another piece of advice, is to stick with it, but offer yourself grace as your skill set is developing in an entire different frame of mind than being in corporate and being an employee. As far as what I would give myself advice around not conceiving right away about infertility.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, well, I'll tell you one thing. Another thing I did well is I joined groups of infertility, people who'd experienced infertility. I mean, it's a very personal journey, but I knew that I had benefited from community in so many aspects of my life before, and I knew I didn't want to do it alone. And it was, COVID too. Like, you're just isolated. And so that is one thing I would do well. And what I might say to someone else in that is, explore being in community. Yes, it's personal, and you may not know everyone that you're talking to on, say, like a social media group or something, but I think most everyone's heart is in the right place, and being on that journey together. What I might have said to myself younger, if I had known I was going through all this, is just to trust in the Lord's timing, and trust that He has good things for us. He wants good things for us. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, and I talk about it in the book, like, prayer life was hard in that season of waiting. It really was, because I was older and I just didn't know if it would ever happen. But that, just, trusting, and, you wish you'd know, okay, Monica, don't worry about it. You're going to have twins in a few years. Just, it might just take a while, but, we don't know that. We don't know what the future holds. When your heart just wants something so badly and you're in that time of waiting, I wish I knew what was really happening. But it was a time where while sometimes it was hard, there was a lot of growth there. I think the Lord was with me throughout the whole thing. And I could have maybe reached out to more communities, or been a little bit more vocal about it. And there's healing in talking about hard stuff. But I do feel like it was a holy time of waiting. And even though it was during COVID and isolation, I had people around me. And so, but just, I guess what I would really tell myself is just trust that everything will work out. It's just exactly how it's supposed to. And we didn't get one, we got two babies out of this. It was more than we were hoping for. And praise God for that.
And that is a valuable lesson, because I am a little bit older than you, and we didn't talk about things like that. There weren't communities available, or maybe there were and I didn't seek them out. So I applaud you for doing that, because I'm sure that really helped encourage
Mm-hmm.
conception for you. So that's good. Earlier, I mentioned the mind, body, and soul aspect of what you're up to. So you're a yoga instructor as well. And how do you ensure that you pull that all together? Because I really believe that a lot of women are stuck and struggling because they're not solid in the mind, body, and soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe that if they can't be solid in those three areas in their life, they will stay stuck and struggling. So the question I guess I have for you is looking at your journey right now and becoming a published author, and now you're a mom of twins. Do you also feel that that's an important piece in where you're at in your success right now?
The yoga, is that?
No, the mind, body, and soul part.
Oh, sure. Oh, yes. I mean, of course, like, if you've ever seen the health wheel, or the wheel of health, there's a lot of aspects of what makes us healthy. And without, creating a guilt or a shame of what you're not doing, and then just like providing that grace, no one does everything perfectly. That's not how we were made. That's not humanity. But yes, moving your body, taking in great nutrition. I mean, spiritual wellness is really important to me and a lot of people. Community. There are a lot of ways to seek wellness overall: mind, body, spirit, soul. And my hope for people is that they don't get caught up in what they're not doing, but finding what they enjoy doing. If it's not yoga, great. Find what you enjoy doing, what feels good in your body as far as physical movement. Find what tastes good, make sure get enough protein. Like so many women especially don't get enough protein. Surround yourself with people who are encouraging and who are supportive of you if you're taking on a health goal. And if that doesn't exist in someone's life, seek it. Go find it and be that for other people too. Health is it's holistic. There's just so many aspects. I hope I've answered your question here. I think having kind of different, and now adding the sort of spiritual wellness with the book, having so many different facets of wellness in my business, it's a conversation I have with people a lot. And that's why I do the free wellness consult. We go over, numerous things around health and just overall wellness to kind of see where someone is and what's most important to them, and where they feel and what I might see from the bird's eye view of, what are a few steps that we could take to increase your wellness and to just have you feeling your best. When we feel our best, we do our best. And that's important to a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs.
Well said.
Yeah.
So do you have anything exciting coming up that you want to share with the listeners today?
Oh gosh, thanks for asking. Well, the group study guide is pretty new. I just finished it about a week ago. So I think that's best for, women's ministries at church, or any Bible study or small group of moms. I've got a few speaking engagements lined up for the rest of this year and into 2025. And that's going to be same thing, kind of. One is kind of about total wellness, and the rest are about the book. So that's, if that rings true for any listeners, or they've got, a group of people that they think would benefit from hearing about the book or about wellness holistically.
And listeners can follow you on your website, Wellness by Monica B, the letter B, Staley.com.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's my Instagram handle too, Wellness by Monica B. Staley.
Okay. Great. And do you have any final thoughts that you want to share?
There's a lot of ways that we can feel our best and do our best. And, if someone has a goal or something that you find yourself complaining about to loved ones, or I think try and take notice of what's going well. Where are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing that you've got a handle on? Whether it's you're getting enough sleep, whether it's you take a shower, wash your hair, every other day or something, or it doesn't have to be big, but to notice where you're doing well and coming from that positive space really does ripple into any type of goals that someone has. You can't feel sorry for yourself and gratitude at the same time. So having that sense of gratitude for what you're doing for your own health and just different blessings that you've had in your life. And then I would just say too, like, if you've got a new mom in your life, or you're going to a baby shower or something, it would be a blessing to give them her prayer for peace. This book is they will be grateful that you passed it along.
That's a great idea.
Because it's over here, but yeah,
that's a wonderful idea to give as a gift.
Yeah,
I'll have to keep that in mind. One thing we didn't talk about too is in your book, you talk about affirmations, and affirmations for me was life-changing. That I had so many negative recordings and I didn't realize that I needed to change that script. Did you also kind of have that happen to you? Is that why you talked about affirmations in your book?
Sure. I mean, yeah, especially the first 18 months of motherhood, it was cyclical too. It was like one negative thought would lead to another negative thought. And all of a sudden I'm like, was I even supposed to be a mom? Like, am I even supposed to be doing this? And for me, it really was around prayer and giving myself the permission to release some control that I thought I had, which I didn't. There's a week on, not specifically affirmations, but a week on gratitude and motherhood. And then week 49 is actually about wellness, and having a gratitude practice is part of the 5 kind of free steps that I include in there. So much of positivity and affirmations and gratitude is about our surroundings. And sometimes we don't have control over who we spend time with, but I really do encourage people to, prayer, and seek out people who are positive and who do these affirmations and who can pour truth and goodness into us. I've been there, and it's a hard place to be, but there are, I don't even remember who said it, but like, we're the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Maybe you've heard of that too, Lisa. And again, we don't always have control of obviously family members or coworkers or whoever, but our mindset is so huge and so valuable and malleable. We can change our mindset, and a lot of who we spend time with and the different daily habits and what we tell ourselves just makes a huge difference. I hope that
it does. It does. So for our listeners, again, you can reach out to Monica at her website, Wellness with Monica, the letter B, Staley.com. And it's just been a joy chatting with you today. I enjoyed our time together, and I know we could have gone off on a bunch of other tangents because we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the time together, and I know that the listeners enjoyed the time with you as well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. What an honor. So fun to be included in this. I just love what you're doing. It's such an important topic. So thank you.
Of course. I absolutely loved this conversation that we had today with Monica Staley. I also wanted to add, if you're listening to the show, go ahead and check out the show notes so that you can grab the link to Monica's website, because obviously, if you haven't fallen in love with Monica the way I have, you are in great hands if you decide to join her. Thank you, my listeners, for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you next time.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Time for You for Female Entrepreneurs. If you loved this episode as much as I did, head on over and rate and subscribe so you never miss an episode. New episodes drop every week, and if you want to support the show, leaving a review goes a long way. A special shout out to our amazing partners and sponsors. Their support allows us to continue bringing you engaging content every week. And with that, a big thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you're ready to supercharge your email marketing and automation game, look no further than my favorite autoresponder, Active Campaign. It's the ultimate all-in-one platform designed to turn your contacts into customers and your customers into loyal advocates. Imagine having a tool that not only understands your customers, but anticipates their needs. That's what Active Campaign does. With its powerful customer experience automation, you can create personalized journeys that nurture leads, drive sales, and build lasting relationships. The biggest reason I chose Active Campaign after trying other autoresponders is because I wanted to make sure my emails were being delivered and not going into spam. I need to know that my emails actually get to the people I'm emailing so that I have good engagement rates, response rates, and click-through rates on every email I create. Then I can have peace of mind that what I send out about my blog posts or upcoming events gets delivered and that people get to read what I write. And since it's just me, using Active Campaign saves me a bunch of time because I've been setting up automations that I can just drag and drop, allowing me to save hours of time. Not only have their pre-built automations and integrations saved me time, I'm able to power a personalized marketing plan throughout the customer's life cycle. In the end, I really want to personalize my message and make sure that each person is getting a unique email tailored to them, because I don't want to be sending bulk cookie cutter emails. I want to make sure that my customers and community is getting things that are tailored to them as much as I can. Email marketing doesn't have to be crazy where you're not just pushing information. Active Campaign teaches you how to be pulling information as well. I appreciate the value I've received from Active Campaign when it comes to creating and managing email campaigns. The support through webinars, live chats, and live study halls have been very helpful in maximizing their platform and a great alternative to those other email services I've tried in the past. Active Campaign allows me to build a business without relying on advertising. It has simplified my marketing processes, saving me time, which allows me to focus on what I do best, serving my customers. Whether you're a small business or just starting or a seasoned entrepreneur, Active Campaign scales to meet your needs and grows with you. If you're ready to up your marketing game, go to my website, lisarcarmichael.com/activecampaign. That's my partner link, and sign up for a free trial. Experience firsthand the power of Active Campaign and take your marketing to a new level. Don't miss out. Stay ahead and stay automated with Active Campaign. Go to lisarcarmichael.com/activecampaign for your free trial. Hi friends. Today let's have a heart-to-heart about something that's been a significant part of my life, skincare. As a busy female entrepreneur, I need a skincare routine that's quick, easy, and super effective. Turning 60 didn't bother me because I've been taking care of my skin every day for 20 plus years. I didn't always, but I'm glad I did start when I did. Let's fast forward to 1 year ago, and let me tell you about a game changer for me. I stumbled across my secret weapon, Droplet. Droplet is not your typical skincare company. It's a revolutionary approach that delivers personalized monthly skincare subscriptions tailored to your specific skin type. The magic lies in the Droplet Micro Infuser, a device that creates microscopic droplets from formulated capsules, expelling them at a high velocity to infuse ultra-concentrated active ingredients deep into your skin. Now, I'm a self-proclaimed skincare junkie. I've tried it all, from serums to spa treatments, and even once selling a natural body care line. So when I heard about Droplet, I knew I had to give it a shot. I can confidently say it's made a remarkable difference in my skin and my routine. The Droplet Skincare Micro Mist Infusing Device is a game changer. It uses a gentle mist to penetrate ingredients 20 times deeper through micro mist technology. It works with formulated capsules similar to an espresso machine, allowing you to infuse the treatments that are right for you into, not just onto, your skin. Here's how Droplet works. Choose your serum, collagen, retinol, glycolic acid, or maybe a lip plumper. Insert the capsule, hold the device to your face, and press the button. A fine mist of the serum is released onto your skin, targeting your face, your neck, chest, anywhere you want to focus on. These misting capsules have transformed my skincare routine. The results are incredible, from increased resilience to fading hyperpigmentation. Why do I love Droplet? It's quick, easy, and the capsules are recyclable. No cleanup, no hassle. And here's the bonus. Droplet's formulas are clinical strength, dermatologist recommended, cruelty-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, soy-free, fragrance-free, and vegan-free. It's a skincare lover's dream. If you're looking to level up your skincare routine and evolve beyond the basics, Droplet is your answer. Plus, they offer free skin consultations with their estheticians to address your skin concerns. Investing in a good skincare routine and self-care is crucial for any woman, especially us busy entrepreneurs. First impressions matter, and you want to put your best face forward. It's time to evolve and embrace the next level of skincare. Head over to the Droplet link on my website today, where you can start your own personalized Droplet routine. Here's to glowing, radiant, and fiercely beautiful you, no matter what age you are. Go to lisarcarmichael.com/droplet.